Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Tuesday the 6th of July 2021. Thanks for joining me. I want to say a big thank you to Lucas who sent me this deck in the post. It's the Gift of Life Tarot. I've never seen this deck before, so thank you so much, Lucas. I really appreciate it. Let's have a look at what these cards want you to be aware of for Tuesday the 6th of July and what energy you'll be working with. So let me try and open these. Okay, so I'm just going to show you what they look like. So we've got a guidebook, and then the cards themselves split into two different lots. Okay, so let's open these up. I hope you guys are having a wonderful time at the moment and that you're enjoying July. So these are actual photographs, are they? Wow. Okay. So those are the minor arcanas, the air and earth cards, and here we've got the major arcana. And then we've got the suit of cups, which is water, and some of the earth cards as well. All right, so let me shuffle these a few times. And then let's have a look at what this day is about and what energy you'll be working with here on Tuesday, the 6th of July. Okay. I'm just thinking it must be quite difficult to get a tarot deck made using photographs because you have to get permission for each of the images, don't you? So this must have been quite an undertaking, these cards. All right, so first card is in here. We have got the Hermit. Okay. So the Hermit is the 9th card in the major arcana. I don't see the numbers anywhere, so this isn't like a beginner's deck, because if they label the cards with numbers and things, unless I'm missing it, but I don't see a 9 anywhere, then it kind of assumes that you have some prior knowledge of the tarot. Then we have the Daughter of Earth. That's like the Page of Pentacles. And then finally, we've got the Ace of Water. That's the Ace of Cups. Okay, lovely. So the Hermit is a card that talks about this ability that we all have to take a time out, to stop being so busy, running errands and getting things done, and just taking time to appreciate what's going on around you and to ask the big questions. What is life about? Who am I? What am I supposed to do on this planet? What is my personal purpose here on planet Earth? Why have I been sent here? And what can I do to live a good life? But how can I make a difference to planet Earth? Am I meant to make a difference on this planet? Here we've got this man. He looks kind of like, I don't think this is a vicar's robe, but the colors are black and gray. So black is about absorbing negativity and looking at the big things despite anything that's unpleasant or untoward. So it's not a card that's reactive. It's saying, regardless of what's going on, I am free to choose to look at the situation again. I'm able to look at it differently. And no one or no thing is going to tell me what my life is about. That's up to me to decide. And gray is about looking at things in a way that's not so, and excuse me saying it, but not so black and white. It's looking at the nooks and crannies and the in-between places of what's going on. And it's not jumping to conclusions. So someone was mean to me, so they're a bad person. It's not like that. It's that person could have been having a bad day. or someone is nice to me, so they're a good person. No, it's really looking at things in a way that's a little bit more nuanced. And here we've got these rocks. It kind of reminds me of Avebury in the UK. I think it's in Somerset. It's near Glastonbury and Stonehenge, and it's this wonderful circle of stones, and you've got kind of a pub in the middle of it, and the stones really are magical. You can touch them, which you can't do with Stonehenge anymore. And if you touch those stones at Avebury, you really get an amazing sense of, well, what I got when I touched them was there was some sort of information being stored in them. So he's leaning on this stone. So the whole point of the card is to get more information about the self, about the world. And the Hermit card gives you the peace of mind to really answer some questions for yourself today. So if you're not sure what you're meant to do with your life, or you're not sure why certain things have happened and what the meaning behind all of that is, it can either give you an inkling as to what is going on, or it can liberate you and say, I don't need to figure everything out. My ultimate responsibility is to keep going despite the negativity, despite the circumstances, with my eyes and ears and my heart open, so that I can experience the best things in life and be shielded and protected from the negatives. So he's kind of glancing out at the scenery, leaning on this stone. So the information of the universe is supporting you. It's kind of propping you up. You don't have to figure everything out by yourself. You have ways of connecting and ways of being guided, even if you don't consciously understand it. You know, if you find yourself doing something and circumstances kind of conspire to get you to a certain place, sometimes it feels like, wow, there's something bigger at work here. And I didn't plan all of this, but it seems that certain things have kind of clicked into place to get me into this situation. And that's what the Hermit is about as well. It's tuning into those forces that are unseen and unfelt, and allowing yourself to go with the flow and feeling safe enough to do that. Because if you're being kind of guided and if you're in the flow of life, sometimes that can feel very disconcerting because you're not in control anymore. And that's where faith comes in to say, okay, I trust that I'm going in the right direction. So this whole process of taking a moment to look at you and what you're about leads to the Daughter of Earth. And the Daughter of Earth is a schoolgirl who's learning. So you are learning about your practical abilities on this planet, what you can do to change around your daily routine, what you can do for work in future. Just because you're in a job right now doesn't mean you have to continue with that job if you're not happy. It can show you what works for your body and what doesn't work for your body. So maybe swimming once a day makes you feel alive. And being in a certain environment that's filled with dust doesn't make you feel so good. And then suddenly you get the idea that, hey, I might have a sensitivity or an allergy to dust. It can be really banal and really basic as it relates to your physical experience here on planet Earth. Some sort of pain that keeps coming up, you may start to realize, hey, it could be, I don't know, a problem with my intestine or something like that. And maybe there's a food that doesn't really agree with me. And why don't I try cutting that out of my diet, and maybe I will feel better. The Daughter of Earth is also able to adapt her environment and to make it more beautiful. She's able to look at things that are going on, where she lives, how she creates an income, how she writes and expresses herself. And she's able to look at those things and say, this could be better, this could be different. Let me try something else so that I have a different type of work, or that I express myself differently. So she's able to look at what already is, and she's able to work with it, to tweak it, and to perfect it, so that she's able to put her personality into her circumstances so that they match what's going on for her. So it could be, I am not happy in living in one location. I'm looking out over the countryside. I realize that, and I'm going to decide to move because I think I'm going to be happier in this new location. Finally, the Ace of Water is a gift from the universe where you experience something wonderful, free of charge, and it makes you feel alive, and it makes you feel taken care of, protected, loved, and connected. So here it looks like a hot day. They're going swimming, and it's really a moment of relief. Oh, I can cool off. I can just enjoy myself for a little bit of time here. And water has to do with spirituality and love and creativity and connection. So you have access to a kind of moment of cooling off spiritually so that you can just enjoy yourself, and then your problems don't seem to be so oppressive and all-encompassing, and that allows you to look beyond those problems and to see how you can do things differently. So you figure things out for yourself today because you feel good and because you're being supported by the universe, and you have that clarity of vision and you can see far. Number-wise, we've got the Hermit, that's 9. The Daughter of Earth is a court card, so that's 1. So 9 and 1 is 10. And then the Ace card is 1 as well, so that's 11. 11 is the master number of service. And I really feel that the universe is being of service to you today because it removes your anxiety and your fear, and it gives you a moment of peace and contentment and serenity. And it's through that serenity that something appears and that you become willing to learn, and you don't have so much anxiety that you're constantly running around trying to meet every demand and overcome every obstacle. It gives you a moment of being able to sit back and to say, hey, this is what's happening and it doesn't suit me, and I now understand how I can change those things so that they do suit me. So it's really taking control of your life and taking charge of your circumstances rather than being a victim of them. So this is incredibly empowering because you're getting that support from the universe, and it's likely to come through your feelings or you just know something, but ultimately it's this sense of equilibrium and not being rushed off your feet that allows you to have another look, to gain understanding, and then to take action to change things. So be willing to accept the help. And then if you're of service, if you receive that support, you can be of service to yourself. And that's going to inspire other people who look at you and say, well, wow, if he can do it, if she can do it, then maybe I can make changes in my life as well. So it's service all round. It's the universe supporting you, you being kind to yourself and giving yourself a moment to breathe, and then other people looking to you and feeling inspired by you and supported by you because you value yourself, and that gives them hope and courage that they can do that for themselves. So it looks like a great day. I hope you have a fabulous time. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on Book Your Reading to audio reading with me. In my personal readings, I use the tarot, astrology, numerology, and my intuition. So if you have any questions about your life purpose or your work or where to live, then please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. The astrology chart I draw up by taking your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth, and that gives me a snapshot of the sky at the moment you were born. And there's really a lot of information in your natal chart. So if you would like me to look at that, then please do get in touch. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and share the video online. Have a fabulous day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.